Recently, I was falling behind on Kamen Rider Zero One, so I decided to catch up on it. My catch-up consisted of episodes 19 through 30, and they contained my favorite part of Zero One so far, the debut of Zero One Superform, Metal Cluster Hopper. So instead of being a regular person and reviewing a bunch of Zero One episodes, I want to discuss why Metal Cluster Hopper is just plain old awesome.
Probe Rise!
The Metal Cluster Hopper power-up was created by the current villain of the show, Guy, aka Kamen Rider Thouser, as a way to lock away Zero One's powers. Once this power-up is used by Zero One, it will be the only form he can access. And one of the many confrontations Aruto, aka Kamen Rider Zero One, and Guy have, Guy forcefully puts the Metal Cluster Hopper progress key into the Zero One driver, which forces Aruto to transform into the Metal Cluster Hopper form. This form makes Zero One go out of control, though it does manage to defeat Thouser. Secondary rider Fua, aka Kamen Rider Vulcan, manages to take off the Zero One driver to stop the Metal Cluster Hopper's rampage. Forms that make Kamen Riders go out of control are nothing new, like in Kamen Rider Build with the titular rider's hazard form. While that mode was used in an act of desperation to save a friend in Build, in Zero One, this Berserk form is just another scheme made by Guy which just adds to his villain credibility. Another thing that makes this debut work so well is the after effects of this attack. Parts of the Assault Vulcan suit are scraped, and Guy gets kicked out of his suit entirely, which shows the sheer power this form holds. But the best part of the Metal Cluster Hopper saga is yet to come, and by yet to come, I mean it's in the next section.
Everybody, jump!
The Metal Cluster Hopper debut made every past Zero One form unusable, so now it's the only power Aruto can use, and he begrudgingly does in the next episode, episode 23. At the end of this episode, Zero One and Thouser have a grand battle that leads to the beginning of episode 24, where Thouser manages to defeat Zero One in his Metal Cluster Hopper form. An actor Humagear that Aruto met in a previous episode that appeared again for a fake wedding in episode 23 seemingly betrays Aruto and goes with Guy back to his headquarters. Aruto is forced to rest in a hospital, but his Humagear secretary Izu has a plan. You see, the actor Humagear faked his betrayal and has found the place where the Metal Cluster Hopper data is stored. From there, two other Humagears from past episodes work together to get this data so Aruto can properly control Metal Cluster Hopper. But that's not going to be enough, so Izu calls all sorts of Humagears from past episodes to lend them a copy of their data to form a new weapon that will guarantee the control of Metal Cluster Hopper.
アルト社長はいつでもヒューマギアを助けてくれました。今度は私たちがアルト社長を助ける番です。
Secretary Izu Wuchu Yaro Subaru Takumi Oyakata Dr. Omigoto Sumida Smiru Mamoru Belgoshi Bingo Ken Nagiro Okurelu Matsuda and G-Pen Mitsurita Z.
This is such a great scene. With the exception of Forze, not many Kamen Rider series bring back characters of the week to help with bigger plot stuff, but by doing this, it makes it feel like the connections Aruto has formed with these one-off characters matter, which does seem like a simple concept, but hey, simplicity isn't bad. How most of Zero One's themes are simple, like corporations are bad, or technology can be used for good and evil. Though that's not a bad thing, as simple themes can work, and they surely do work in Zero One. Guy finds out that the actor Humagear betrayed him and turns him evil, which forces Aruto to come to the scene and transform. At first he starts to go berserk again, but Izu gives him the brand new Progrise Hopper Blade, which frees him from Metal Cluster Hopper's berserker state. That was so satisfying after seeing all the stuff Aruto went through. I'll be honest, the story I just recapped about Metal Cluster Hopper is the main reason of why I like this form, but I at least gotta acknowledge the aesthetics and powers, so...
Metal Rock!
This isn't my favorite Zero One suit, but it's still a really clean suit. Some may dare to call it high quality. Bad jokes aside, the purely silver suit with yellow highlights works better than I expected. Still prefer Shining and Shining Assault Hopper for Zero One power-ups, but aesthetically this is far from bad. As for the powers, I like how they differ between the Berserker state and the Purified state. In the Berserker state, the suit sheds itself to let these metal bugs rain upon everyone, while in the Purified state, those metal bugs are just now pure metal, which are only usable in the Hopper Blade. Both power sets are cool, though I'll admit I prefer the Berserker state's powers. Metal Coaster Hopper's debut uses the next shiny toy to sell to show some of the very best in Zero One's storytelling and world building. This is what the very best Kamen Rider form debuts do. They tell a story, show the escalation of the conflict, or detail character progression rather than just being there because a new toy has to be sold. And that's part of the appeal of the best Kamen Rider shows. It's a flashy toy commercial, yes, but it's a toy commercial that tells an engaging story.